Ojo den wen maganak zagnanibi dejnakas genin Justin Neely e yaoyan. Ojo pi kiet namjana mino gijget nedwin daman enishna bamyan bagaji. So hello all my relatives, my name is Justin Neely and it's a nice day or beautiful day, and I was wanting to talk a little bit of our language. Mina nistaton moshuk bamajuk bawa nistawat gishpin gishkin bawa yan kinotage, and I understand that most people they won't understand if I don't translate. Gishkiton yan kinotage yan ga gishkikto yan nan gorgin bawa mikwindaman gishpin zam done yan bagaji. Sometimes, it's hard sometimes to translate everything you say after you say it, especially if you talk too much Quechuanin like me. When it Gashkana bagwe, Niki Gashkana bagwes. I was thirsty. Pene Shishna Inag the Windom, Wajawebuk, good Gishgit. Good Gijak, Gishpin Megwa Bamaja, Quaja, Dapnamwat, or the Zeshmoan, and Nake Bawa Dapnamwat, or the Zeshmoan. Sometimes I think deeply about kind of what's going to happen in the future if more people are going to pick up this language or they're not. Wajinigan Jiagwan, Winakshana, Gishpin, Ni Jansuk, Megwajana, Inishna Bamwat. Game Gijguk Nishkatoyan Eyoyan or the Zeshmoan Biduk Nawigwamum. As we go into the future, I hope that my children that they will pick up this language and they'll use this language, and I try to speak the language with them every day in my house. Zene getting on good again Emiquindaman Wegwindek Inedwindaman Da Nishna Bamyan. Sometimes it's hard to remember that whatever I want I could say it in Potawatomi Moshuk Bamajuk Shoda Odanak Edayan Ntino Ekiktoado de Chimokman Moan Mina Bagaji Bamajuk Kwetanjana Miago Moat. Most of the people in the town here that I live, they mostly speak English. A few people speak Spanish, perhaps, but Nishna ben Dao, Bodewad Min Dao, Shishibaniak Nidben Dagwis. I'm Nishnab, I'm Potawatomi, I'm citizen Potawatomi enrolled, and Getejana. Benowi Egi Webkin Dan or Zeshmon. Truly a long time ago I started to come to learn this language, Bagaji. Miquindan netum Egi Bisidwak o Kekyat Eyot Emad Motor Zeshmon. I remember a long time ago listening to this old man, this elder, and he was praying in the language. He was using the language. He was praying. Pene Shishana Egi Nigi Kindan Bodewadmi Wiyan Nesja Wakindamano de Zeshmon get a Zeshmomanan Egi Kindaman Wegwindek Godanishna Egi Jutskewat Benowi. I knew a little bit of our history. I always knew I was Potawatomi, but I didn't understand our language. And Nagi Nendan Winakshana Gishpan Do Kin the man on it or the Bodwe Wad Mimun. And I thought it would be good if I tried to learn a little bit of our language. Nesja Boa Nindaman Gotkish get de Pusnishna Bemyan and Nake Wegwindek Inindaman Danishna Bamyan. But long ago I didn't really think anything of what I was trying to pick up. I didn't think, one day maybe I could be, fluent, or that I could, say whatever I want in our language. Migyam getnan gorgin pitch deep the biana we webzoyan zagech mine kiktoyan or the zeshmoan. It's strange sometimes as I sit here kind of swinging in this chair and thinking about these things that, egi bibisyan, egi penojes, wiyan boa kindaman got kedwin, and ake nish kedwinen. Chongi kindesin migwech and ake bojo, chogago, nigikin damen. Benowi. When I was a young child, a young, I didn't know any of this language. I didn't know one word. I didn't know, Miigwech. I didn't know Bojo, and it's strange sometimes, when I think about these things, Gom. Benowi nagim kadeke, mina enato wegwa, ki minadok gishben. Ich bin Juin Meschen, get the Maxayan, Nedwin Deman, Ekin Deman or the Zishmo. And I remember going out and fasting and asking those spirits, asking them for help and understanding, and so that, to have pity on me, that I wanted to learn our language, that I wanted to understand our Anishinaabe ways, and Jash Juendag Zuin Egimin Goyan, and I've been given a lot of blessings. The Madzuin in my life, Vietnam Jana, Midwindan, Jashni Jansuk, Jashni Jansuk, Essagwa Gom. I wanted a lot of children. I have a large family today, and Etoyan Wegwindek Menesyan, Nishnabek Boa Nindam Wat Kekadzayan Gishpen Jashonya Etoyan Mtino Menesyan. And them old timers, them old Nishnabek, they didn't think of wealth as having a lot of money. They thought of it as having enough, having the necessities in life. And Getejana and the debt don't, I surely have those things, It wasn't about accumulation or whatnot. It also wasn't about go to Bamajdik Boa, go to Bamajdik Boa, Debwetum what, Debin Dum what, Odazishma. They also didn't believe they could own this language. Mamogosnan Gi Min Goyak Gedezesh Moman Ise Da Kikdoyan gave us this language so that we could talk, talk our language and speak about these things. And it was a gift from the Creator. And Migyam get Begajing Gom Anat Bamajik Inindam Wat Edibindam Wat Odazeshmoan Mina Ewi Demowat Bakan Bamajik Gishpen Dakindam Wat Gedazeshmomanan. And it's kind of strange today, there's different people out there that say that they own it, or they say that they have the right to tell people who can or who can't have this language or know it. But Gishpen Gabida Kochke o Gasema Mine Madmoyen Minadokwa Nijok Magawat. If you put down your tobacco and you pray, them spirits will help you. Just remember every day. Game Gish get Bida Kochke Odasema Mina Madmoyen Nijok Meshin Raja Ebia kindaman or zeshman. Help me so that I can come to know ninma zeshmo and get to zeshmo manan to understand our language, you know. Oh, bamamina jack nes winakshina kishpene yoyin or zeshmo and gom. Be good if you use your language day. Wegwindek kindaman yoyin. Whatever you know, use it. ELP get a kindan or the kedwin bish. Gago kedken water be the gawikwamam. Once you learn that word for bish, don't ever say water again in your house. You know. Wegwindek bamazjuk ebiawat gawikwamam. Eyoyin be the gek. When people come over to your home, tell them be the gek. Come in. Wegwindek ekindman eyoyin. Ise wejinigan jiegwan megwa bamaja kwaja inishna bemyak. So that way, as we go into the future, we'll still speak this language. Bamamino.